PS2 mini games.
Morning and welcome to day 2 of OLL. This is Sunday, so it's probably going to be less games being bought today, but it's probably going to be more interaction with the actual stores and such. I say interaction, it would be more like filming of what's actually here and what they're actually kind of selling kind of stuff, you know what I mean? There will be less games to buy today because I've pretty much bought the what I felt were the better choices Saturday. So today will be a case of it was leftover Sunday. We'll call it leftover Sunday. But I'll be more like computer gaming, interactive kind of thing. I will not be staying the whole day this time. We'll be leaving about 4 o'clock-ish. Main reason, I do have not a team for... there's no team with the quiz this year, so there's no point in watching. Plus this year they're making you pay for the quiz. It's £5 per person. Last year it was free, so I'm curious if there's going to be less teams this year. I won't find out, I won't be here, but last year it was about 50 teams because it's free. There's probably going to be less this year, so... Plus, we've got no chance of winning. There are some real intelligent people in there. We'll use that word, intelligent, who know everything. I mean, during the Do You Know Gaming segment yesterday, very nice people. They were doing quizzes, well, like impromptu questions, and this one guy knew literally everything. It was scary. A bit too scary. Nerd! So, anyway, people are now starting to get out of the cars and start to queue. I queued yesterday morning. I don't think I'm going to do that today for the simple reason that I don't expect there to be anything like super new in there, so there's no point in rushing. So anyway, in the what we're going to do in the future video-wise, I'll just say it now. There is a YouTube lot I did buy about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Well, I'll say 3 or 4 weeks ago. I bought it. No, that's not a lie. That's the wrong lot. No, I bought this literally couple of days ago. Well, a couple of days ago, so that's gonna be a video. I'm very happy with what I bought. There will be the odd more top 10s because I enjoyed the first top 10 I did, but these ones will be a bit more my kind of like niche. There will be a top 10 fighting games on the PS2, so look out for that in the future. CEX hunting and game hunting, there will be more of that. Probably not in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I could be lying, there could be some impromptu stuff, but after today I've got to basically spread my money out evenly. You know what I mean? Because I don't usually drop a lot of money in 2 days, and today's probably dropping a lot of money in 2 days, you know, so we've just got to spread it out. In the not near future, but the mid future, so for instance, plans this year. There is a Norwich gaming market this year. I think it's sometime in June. That's more at my end. That's be like Doncaster. So I will be going to that. Also around the same time though that I will be ending up at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view for WWE Wrestling.
Oh, through the ladder! Oh my lord! Oh my god! Are you?
That costs quite a bit of money to do that. So that month, we'll see what the finances are like. Besides that, I'm pretty open for the rest of the year for what I'm going to do. We'll see where it takes us. I will say one thing though. I've just got over halfway, so we've still got well over about 1,100, 1,200 games to find, and already I'm struggling like to find certain things. For instance, the far majority of the PS2 games I got here, I already have. I knew it was going to happen at some point, but I thought it'd be under 1,000 games left, not over 1,000. So that means one of maybe 2 things. Either A, there are so many rare PS2 games I didn't realise it, or B, just a case of they bring all the stuff people like know and enjoy. You know what I mean? For instance, I'll just tell you now, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, that was one of the top 10 on my list. Yeah, that's not here. That's not here, sadly. That was the one I was hoping to find most, but they've got everyone but that one. Yeah. I will say, also this year, for some reason, well, I know the reason, because they're expanding, they're going for more variety this year. A lot less game merchants than there were last year, so there's a lot more limited choice to what I could get. Which, for me as a game collector, disappointing, but I understand it because they're expanding, they're going for more variety, trying to please everyone. Fully understand that. So I'm not moaning. Overall, this is probably overall better than last year. Another thing, last year, my favourite part of last year was the I forgot what they call themselves. Wi-Fi Wars. About 3 or 4 years ago, there was a niche TV show on Dave called Let's Go 8-Bit. The people in that show do their own thing called Wi-Fi Wars. They travel across the country, and it's actually quite a entertaining thing where you basically play their games on your phone, and you're competing against last year about 200 people. You're competing against about 200 people around you to see who's the best at these certain games. It's generally fun, and this year didn't come back. I'm going to assume it's because they're fully booked. So I know for a fact they come to Norwich sometime in June, and I probably will attend that, and maybe film that also. But they're not here this year, and that was probably the best part for me personally last year. The video game quiz this year, obviously I've mentioned we're not doing that this year because I ain't got a team, and I don't want to embarrass myself. But so far, got to meet John Riggs. And John Riggs is a nice man. He's a genuinely nice human being. Walking around this Dr. Robotnik for half the day, and he got that costume because he was sweating buckets. I could tell he was sweating buckets. I haven't met anyone else yet, like big names. I will say one thing though. Cadicurus was not here yesterday, so I'm assuming he's here today because I'm assuming he's physically here. If he's just here like video screen, that will be disappointing. But you never know. If I get to meet him, I'll be very happy because obviously he's by far the biggest YouTuber here, and I'm kind of shocked he's here. To be honest, when you got 1 million subscribers, you don't expect to come to a Norwich Game Convention. So yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for today. Personally, if I get like a thumbs up or like a photo of him, I'll be very, very happy. I'm going to try and get a photo with Mr. Riggs because my partner in crime in this, Dave, absolutely loves John Riggs. So if I can get a photo of him, I think that would please him, or get someone like shout out for Dave. I doubt I can, but you never know. I don't want to bother people. Let's put it that way. I don't want to get to the point where it's like, who's this imbecile coming to me and demanding things? Who does he think he is? There is like 1% of me that just wants to start shouting around like, "There's too many games." I never will do that, by the way. I'm never going to be that guy. It's like, "It's your boy, there's too many games." Never going to do that. Never. So fake. Anyway, I better start thinking about queuing, so I'm going to tag out here. I'll see you guys in a little while. Right, guys, so I'm literally just got in. This is Sunday morning. I thought I'd do like a quick walk around while it's still reasonably quiet. So this literally is pretty much, they've got no name, but it's pretty much the pink stand. It is literally nothing but pink, which I fully respect. It's like, they know their target audience. To the left of that is a lot of games, mainly like mainly like, what do they call themselves? That's right, it's by Debug, a lot of like John Riggs approved games and such. Next to the pink store is the only other clothes store. You can obviously get various t-shirts. Sadly, they don't really come in large size. You get XL, but I'm going to need more than XL. There's going to be a lot of gimmick stuff like ooh-wee and such. So, plushies and such. Then we've got some tabletop games here. A lot of pops, if you will, in the background. Man, I do like tabletop games, but it's not really what I came here for specifically. Lost in Cult, and their books. Doing offer, Norwich University. By the way, the complete left-hand side of the wall, the left-hand side all the way down, that is all like games to be played. So more power to them, I understand that. Little stuff, colouring. There's Satu Games in Norwich, very good tabletop game store in Norwich, recommend them highly. They're here again. I was actually kind of worried that some people won't come back for Sunday because it seems that Sunday seems to be a lot less low key, but I was wrong, thank God. I was very, very wrong. Slice and Dice. They've literally got a cafe, they've got food outside, but this is the board game side of it. Once again, very good tabletop cafe, would highly recommend it. You can literally play tabletop games here when you got a moment. Obviously around here a lot of YouTubers like John Riggs sit around here, but obviously it's very early to not in yet, so I'll skip that really. That's no giveaway. Stingray boot, interesting. Obviously the audio's not great, it's because obviously there's a lot of sound in the background. I can't really help that, that's just the way it is. Arcane end stream. Right, sorry about that. My iPhone memory got full there for a second, so it's Mr. Riggs, by the way. Genuinely nice to hear him in. I'm going to leave him alone. He's just setting up for the day, trying to earn money. Did You Know Gaming? They've got a new tabletop game coming out soon called Do You Know Gaming. I will be getting it. It sounds and looks amazing. That is challenge accepted. Pretty much there's like 6 games in this list. You have to get like a high score for all OLL, including the original Mortal Kombat, R-Type and Pac-Man. That actually sounds kind of fun. I might try that later. Obviously, what you find on the left-hand side is more computer games and such. There's a lot more interactive computer games this year, which I understand. It's good for young people. Get it now. Let's get some actual stores. So one of the first games, so as you can see, awesome championship belts here. Prices are somewhat less awesome, but obviously it's real leather. The Hulk Hogan Signature Eagle belt with the red and yellow, that's pretty cool. Some Mega Drive games there, decent price. Obviously I'm not getting Mega Drive stuff. More games inside there. Obviously the spaces where there used to be games from yesterday, they're gone. Very much gone. MBP UK custom-made handbooks. They are actually genuinely very good handbooks. Basically, you make like handbooks, but inside of like if I can get a focus. There you go. Makes handbooks for like stuff like inside Nintendo Switch, which is nice. Spare me a second. I've got to make sure this is working. That is working. Okay. Right. So let me just get past people. I mean, I'm starting to fill up quite quickly now. So, computer resolved services. Basically, this man fixes computers. Anything like computer accessories, very, very nice as always. One of the highlights here by far, the Hurricane Custom Raw Talent. This man, let's try and get away from the actual games here. I've got more of this on B-roll, but yeah, it's just awesome in every way. Very nice. Obviously, some people aren't here yet. EZ there. They are packing up. They're gone home. As you can see there's a whole side that is just gone. They're gone home. The last number of games to the left-hand side here. We'll be seeing them very shortly. By far the best store here, last number of games for me personally, because they've got the most range by far. I'm assuming they're setting up there. They've still got a few things out there, but yeah, there's still a lot of things missing. Also, they just started up again, so Commodore are back. Obviously, Commodore, everything Commodore. Commodore 64 is still a maker's day. As you can see, that was full yesterday, that stand, and there's literally very little left. They've just been wiped out from yesterday. There's still a lot of games I might have a look at. There's some N64 stuff I might pick up today, because all the PS2 stuff pretty much not so much gone, but it's like, it will be going there. There's more games from the different store. The Light Gun Retro Gaming, very good also. I always subscribe them. Japanese and Chinese food oriented store, very much got love for that. Sorry, man. We got some nice stuff like some canvas arts for Nintendo. Obviously, Pokemon's still way out. Very small store for plushies and random PS2 games. I did get a few things here yesterday, so very happy with that. Pokeballs. Pokeballs are very nice. Very nice one. Obviously, it's like more Japanese oriented plushies and such. I understand that. In the middle, once again, I would have been through. That is actually everything. So there's probably a little less than what's here last year for like buying quality. So that's probably the main reason I won't be here to the end, because there's only so much this you can take before you like. But definitely significantly less people here than there was yesterday morning, because I think a lot of people basically came here, bought us and went home. But I think a lot of people, maybe like me, were like, okay, put it this way, if you're a video games collector, it was not as good as last year. Everything else, it's better. So I understand that, but it's like, I'll forgive the camera work, I'm doing this one-handed, so So my
That's
consultation
it.
the best team ever
It's
won.
based on the amount of promises made.
That's why the Jaguars up there. So,
Deep cuts.
so okay, have we got the initial complaints out the way? Are we good?
The Jaguar did not
Who would have
sell.
thought that putting a list of consoles with no context on the stage would cause such controversy? Everyone, that's who. We are missing.
Right, so I'm now back in the car. It's about 4 o'clock on Sunday. I'm done with the convention today. Yesterday was probably better all around, but today I did enjoy myself a little more. Probably a little less filming for Sunday. That's because I played a few video games, including Super Girls and Ghosts, which is one of my favourite SNES games of all time. I did get a bit of footage, but not as much as yesterday. This was pretty much more of an enjoyment day for me personally, but I did pick up a few games today also. We'll go through them one by one as we get back to the games room. All around, once again, very good game, very good gaming convention. OLL, very much positive. A small amount of negatives, but we'll go through that. We'll go through that in the wrap-up video. Anyway, back to the games room.